How long will you be waiting to get your dream, to realize your dream? Whatever you have thought, whatever idea you had generated to get in your life, but still you are thinking about that. But why it happened? Early morning when we wake up, generally what do we do? The all negative thought that we don't want in our life. Yep, whatever negative thought that we don't want, right? Many times we fail doing something. We didn't get what we want in our life. Many thought, many aspiration that we had, we didn't get in our life. But still we are thinking what we were thinking. We are thinking that we didn't get it and we are not capable of. That's why we didn't get it. That is one of the misconceptions in our life. The majority of time, suppose we wake up early in the morning, 90% thought falls in the same idea, is dictated in the same idea that we had in the past. Or that is what all the action, all the reality, all the situation that we are creating every day is somewhere coming from the past. Why? Because we had and we have believed, we have set our mind at the frequency that we couldn't do that, so we cannot do that. And that is why many of people, they are just falling in the same category that we haven't done, so we can't do. And that becomes one of the challenge with the working professional. It applies for everybody in the world, whosoever or who had seen some dream but he didn't get it. Why? Because every time 90% of idea that is negative is falling in the same category and we are just repeating it in our mind. We are doing hardwired with what that we don't want. Remember, we are doing hardwire. We are instilling the value in our mind what that we don't want. But what should we do? That what we want. And that is one of the misconceptions that we don't understand. This goes with many people. Yeah, every morning we wake up, we just start thinking, we start dwelling that what happened in the past. But instead, what we need to do, we need to rewire our mind that we can do that. That is proven thought, scientific predictions, and scientific idea, proven thought that what you think, your mind start reacting in that way because it doesn't differentiate that what you are thinking, it is physically okay or it is your imagination. So whatever we think, it means it is a reality that our mind, our neuron start paving the path, start setting the path what we are thinking. It is not gonna deviate that it is just thinking or it's reality. So what is happening? We every day we are just falling in the same category that we didn't have. And again, the mind, the neuron, these are shaping, these are being employed about what that we don't want. But what about the good people, the right person? They are impactful. They just rewire it. They start doing self-talk that okay, it is okay that we didn't get it what we want, but it doesn't mean that we cannot do again. If we restart, if we start out again, if we repeat it, I'm sure I'm gonna get that. And that is needed to be pursued, to be followed. And guy, good morning. My name is Alok. I'm an online English communication teacher, mentor. Why I am telling this? Because many professionals, they had lost their hope and now they came. They tuned with me and they started speaking. Why does it happen? Because they had somewhere lost their mind and they fell in the same category that they cannot learn it. But what happened? Once they came, they tuned with a guy who had the same problem and their experience resonated with me because I was falling in the same category years of years that I wanted to speak English. It was my aspiration. It was my passion that one day I want to speak in English. But somewhere I was not gonna get what I wanted. And the same mistake majority of people they are doing and they are lying in the same category. But what do you want in your life? Everybody they have their great quality. And that quality should be revealed, should be expressed so that all people can get benefit of that. But we are hiding our strength. We are somewhere keeping something back in our mind. Why? Because we're not capable of revealing that. We are not capable of expressing the idea. I'm talking about the English. Yeah, the idea can be revealed by communicating, but we are mute. Yeah, we have idea, we have overwhelming idea in our mind, but we are muted. Why? Because we don't know how to speak that. In our mother tongue we can speak, but who care? Here you are on the platform of the world, where if you speak, everybody can speak, everybody can listen that. So your voice, your idea deserve to be heard by the worldwide people, and that is one of the great, or that is one of the major drawback for the working professional. They deserve, they have great quality, they have great skill set, possessing something that they deserve to get great reward. But what is happening here? Because of a small drawback, that what I'm talking about, the English communication skill, they are somewhere in a lackluster mode. Remember, everybody wants. But the problem is here, they are rewiring their mindset that until now, like 35 years, 40 years, if you didn't learn it, it means now they cannot learn it. And that is one of the drawback, pitfall, misconception that we are rewiring in our mind. And that's why our mind is accepting that yes, you couldn't learn it, means now you can't learn it. Why? Because again and again I'm giving that signal to our mind, and that mind is rewiring again and again, getting a strengthened with what that we don't want, not what we that we want. And every day that 90% of idea that we had in past, we are dwelling upon that. So guy, if you are somewhere, you wanna rewire your mind, if you wanna learn communication skill, you have to realize, you have to give signal to your mind, your neuron, that no, I didn't learn it doesn't mean that I can't. I can learn it. Because there have been many people, many articles, if you explore, you will get to know that many people, they learn in their old age. And the many people, many working professionals, they are learning with me. They are aged people. They are well matured. They somewhere lost their hope, but now they understood. They well resonated with me that I was the guy who was in the same category, and I learned if I can, they can. And many people learn and they change the way of speaking, they change. They learn how to communicate and they change their career, they change their job. And now they realize they're taking the breath of relief, because what they wanted, they got it. So if you are one of those, you can learn it. So never ever try to lag behind or fall behind in the race, where majority of people, they are falling behind. You can win the race, but matters how dedicated you are about this, and that matters. Thank you.